Alright, welcome back to another Topical Tuesday, mon frere. Excuse me. Topical Tuesday is a video where we just kind of go over Reddit posts that are been the top Reddit posts in the last week or so. I do kind of want to go over this post right here, because I think it sounds interesting. Just on the front page of Reddit today, with the removal of Brel Gate 2, Smilegate should re-release Prokel as a gold-earning solo content. I know a lot of players enjoy the fight and don't want it gone, so why not make a few tweaks to how the fight works and re-release it as solo content for those who don't want to run 3 Legion raids or Abyssal dungeons with other people? I mean, I think it's interesting, but this starts to run the risk of, like, you start to populate, because assuming this isn't the only thing that gets released eventually as solo content, I think you start ruining the risk of populating the game with too many solo options that are more lucrative than actually doing a raid. And then you just have a bunch of people doing all of their shit in solo content. Maybe I'm just kind of blowing smoke up my own ass, but that's kind of what I would be initially concerned about. Because as it is now, obviously people have to do raids or Abyssal dungeons to get their gold if they want their gold. So it incentivizes people to run that content over and over and over, depending on how many alts they want to play. Yeah. And then this guy, instead of gold, how about dropping +1 to weapon quality jewel? That would be overpowered, man. Unless they want to make a 100 quality weapon, like, actually obtainable. But I would love that, personally. But that's it on that. I just wanted to read that because it sounded interesting. Let's go to the top posts of the week. We're skipping the memes. Gatekeeping is one thing, but kicking people from the party after they waited with you for a support is downright disheartening. Agreed. And this shit happens all the time. Gatekeeping in things such as Kyangle, Brel 6, 5-6 is already bad as it is, even though I've cleared both 3 or 4 times, still get gatekept even at 1555. But my bigger complaint is the people that will kick you from the lobby randomly without any reason after you've sat and waited for over 10 minutes with them. Get past the gatekeep, then wait for a support before getting kicked ruins the game for me. And yes, I get sometimes it is done so supports can bring a +1, but I've had several times where we're 6-8 already for support to do that and get kicked without warning. Interested to hear others' experiences with this. This shit is just annoying, and the vast majority of the time, it's only done because whoever the lobby leader is just wants to pad out the item levels higher. Sometimes it gets done because a friend responds and they're like, oh, hey, I want to go, do you have a spot? And they're like, no, I'll kick somebody. But in my experience, it's typically the former, and it's just shitty behavior. There's not much you can do, unfortunately. I think it's shitty, and I sympathize, but I don't think there's much you can do about it, aside from make your own lobbies. And that's kind of why I never kick people unless it's specifically to bring a friend. Unless you're, like, mega troll. Like, I've kicked a few people after I looked at their gems and I saw they have fucking no gems. And when I asked them about their gems, they go, question mark? Anyways, that's a rant for another day. Basically what I'm saying is make sure gems are equipped. Doesn't matter if they're level 5 gems, level 4 gems, just fucking equip gems, please God. This game is hell for beginners. If your rooster, nice cock, level is below 150, nobody cares about you. I have bad news for you, my friend. I'm almost 300 and still nobody cares about me. Dramatic pause aside, I've been playing for 3 months and my roster is 45 and I can play with 3 characters. And the process of finding a party is incredibly annoying. Spend more time finding and building parties than playing the game. I'm on the verge of deleting the game. My building cards are okay. With my 15-20 characters, I have difficulty even entering Vault in groups. I don't believe this, personally, but maybe I'm puffing fumes up my asshole. This game is fun, but it feels like everyone is trying their best to keep new players from playing. I feel so worthless when I want to play this game. The problem needs to be solved urgently, but it seems impossible. The old players play among themselves. But if new blood doesn't come, the end is near. Yes, the server will be open for newer players, but the work I've been doing here for 3 to 4 months will be wasted. That's not necessarily true as well, because I still think it's going to be like a seasonal thing that merges in end. So I don't know. Again, maybe I'm just crazy, but that's how I think. But I can understand the sentiment. And this just comes from a spot of like, older players just want to get their shit done at a certain point. I don't mind helping people on occasion. And a lot of the times when I'm on my massively overgeared characters, like for Clown, I'll look for roster level over item level because I can carry the item level. I just don't want to risk the person not understanding the mechanics. So that's kind of why I look for roster level. So in my brel runs, I am a little bit more lenient. I've taken as low as a roster 24 in one of my brel 1-2s. So I know obviously I'm not the marker for what is typical in this game, but to say it never happens is just kind of wrong. Another thing I would suggest, obviously, is the big one, and that is find a guild. And I don't mean a guild in-game, in the traditional sense where you join the guild and then you talk in /guild chat. I mean joining a Discord community full of people that play the game and actively talk about it and care about it, as that will save you from wanting to blow your brains out. Playing this game with other people is kind of required, so you may as well try to network and make friends earlier rather than later. I spend more time finding and building parties than playing the game. This is also true. Welcome to my experience in the game while being a pre-launch founder player. Yes, I am in the same boat, obviously. I played this game the entire time with minimal break, and this is still like a massive issue. Lobbies are a problem. Even for people like us, it sucks. This was eased by finding a guild and maintaining a group of people to run some things with. Yeah, that's what I was saying. You can complain all you want, but the fact is, last week I spent 2 hours pugging a Gate 3 Clan and an hour in a Gate 3 Vikes on my 1560 LOS 30 alt. Is all the reason why you need for gatekeeping is the thing. Yeah, obviously. Your roster level is impossibly low if you have 3 15-20 characters. Yeah, I was just kind of thinking the same thing, but minor note. This minor of a roster level, like 45, at that level you could pretty much do anything and gain a roster level. Just running the towers, like that guy mentioned, would probably get you up to like 100. I'm just pulling numbers out of my ass, but you get a lot of roster XP early on, because it doesn't take much to level. 1.5 years later, enjoying the game the same as I did week 1. Context 1590 Shadowhunter main, hopefully not demonic. 2 1580s, Aura, Soulfist, and Bard. Wowee, it's me, Dizzle. And 3 1560s, Hunger Reaper, Surge DB, and Predator Slayer. Active friend group, we almost never pug, and if we do, it's only DPS. We never wait for support since we always have it covered. 90% of the side content done. Yeah, I mean, this is roughly the same for me. Obviously, I'm way more degenerate on the alts. And as far as my active friend group, I don't really have an active friend group. I have a group of people that I run stuff with, but it's not like hard static. It's just kind of, if people want to come, they can come. So unfortunately I don't have this luxury, but it's still better than nothing. 90% of the side content done. Yeah, I'm still probably about there as well. Just wanted to throw a light ray in between all the dark posts around here, since the dailies changed. My enjoyment did nothing but increase, same in my friend group. Are you guys liking the game as you did when you first started? How are you managing your raids and dailies? I am enjoying the game significantly. Significantly more, I should say. Not to say that I wasn't already, but like I said, positive changes are positive, and any positivity is good. I quite enjoy the Fate Ember change, personally. Fate Embers are a godsend. It just increases what I'm already doing, like increases the worth of what I was already doing. Obviously, reducing it to 1 Guardian a day. I say this pretty much every time I can, but I like it more for my lower level alts than I do my main alts. And this is because, like, a Caligos matchmake run can be like 6-7 minutes, sometimes 8. Just depends on the kind of people you get. And again, I will always say this, I matchmake as many things as I can because dailies are supposed to be easy and fast and not have to sit in a party finder. I already do that enough with raids, I'm not trying to do it with guardians as well. So I don't expect anything from the people that I matchmake with, but if you get those people in Caligos, it can take like 8 minutes if I have to solo Cali pretty much entirely. It is what it is, but it's much nicer that I only have to do that 1 time rather than 2, is kind of what I was getting at. So yeah, overall, love it. I have actually been doing all of my Chaos and all of my Guardians and all of the characters that I care about. So, like, I think that's like 10 characters or something. And it takes me like 3 hours, maybe, to do it all. 2 hours. And this includes the Unas, and like, I'm not trying to sit down and like speed it out. I'm just doing it at a casual pace. Overall, I think that's pretty fine in terms of time investment, and I'm enjoying it, so do not mind. Lost Ark is a different game when you have a group of friends to play with. This is true, but you could say that about a lot of games, and never have to wait to spin the pug roulette wheel. Unfortunately, a lot of people don't have friends who still play, but I'm pretty sure they all did at the beginning. Most of Lost Ark's problems make sense when you consider that it was probably designed to be played in an organized group. Not even necessarily an organized group, but just like a group that understands English as the primary language and they are working together to achieve the same goal. You go into something and not want to talk or not understand your companions, yeah, it's probably not going to happen. I mean, it's an MMO. But, yes, any MMO is much more enjoyable with friends, yeah, agree. Having a good support rotation makes the game 10 times more enjoyable. We almost never pug. This is the key to long-term fun in Lost Ark. I mean, I pug all the time, so that's not necessarily true. But it definitely helps. But I think this is just wrong. Having to pug people is, like, normal, I think. It's kind of insane to have, like, 8 different people or 7 different friends on deck all the time to do things. Just having a couple that you enjoy playing with and can play with often helps significantly, which is kind of why I do what I do. But in any case, nice to see a positive post. Love it. Love it. I'm trying to look for another post here. Players already planning to ruin the main purpose of Jumpstart servers, and this is just a guy sitting in Party Finder recording fresh start server bussers. I mean, this was going to happen to begin with, but the easy answer is just don't take the bus. The second thing is people have such... I don't know how I want to word this. People have normalized busing to the point of where you pretty much are, like, expected to almost, and it feels like if you don't, you're doing something wrong. And you have to keep in mind, this is me speaking from a point of view where I don't bus. I will bus people, but I don't do it for gold. Like my friends, I carry my friends all the time. And like I said, I'll take undergeared people in Party Finder for like my ILM level. Like if I'm on my 1580 or my Soulfist, I'll take 1500s in Clown. It doesn't matter. I can carry it just as fast alone as I could with other people. That being said, I understand busing. I just don't really like it, so I don't do it. I just like playing the game with my friends at the end of the day. But I can understand why this is happening and why this will happen. The best thing you can do really is just don't buy them, and then also don't do them yourself. It's kind of put your money where your mouth is. even if they made it quote-unquote illegal to bus, I mean, it's still gonna happen, even in any other game where carries are not looked upon fondly. Fuck me. My brain broke. Like I was saying, though, in other games, even in games where busing isn't looked upon fondly, people still do it. The reason being is people want to get more things for the things that they were already going to be doing, right? At like a base level. So if they can do it, they can do it, and they will do it. But as far as that goes, I think that is going to do it. Yeah, I just wanted to kind of skim this. But thank you guys so much for watching, as always. Hopefully you've enjoyed, and thank you for sticking around. I'll see you guys in the next one, so thank you. Like the video, dislike, comment, all that good stuff, all that algorithm stuff. Make sure to subscribe if you want to see more videos from me. And thank you to my YouTube members, as always, my Tier 2 members. Remix My Life, I'm Nufu, Arizike, Peachy, Blitzel, Jacob. And all my Tier 1s, It's Biscuits, Inder, Diz, Clouded. Brother Chris out.